Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's Julie Boye here. I'm really excited to go through this presentation on building a solid foundation for health from the inside out, starting with USANA's flagship products. So I'd like to welcome you to this webinar, whether you are already a USANA associate or customer, or whether you're seeing this information for the first time. So here's what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to talk about USANA, just an overview of the basics of the company. And then I'm going to go into details about the USANA Cellsentials, which is the flagship product. I'm also going to do a quick little few minutes on our immune support products, just an overview. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. And then for those that are currently partnered with USANA and are thinking about how do I share USANA right now, I'm going to talk about that as well. So I'm excited for you guys. I'm going to go for about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. But I'm not going to rush off. Like if you have more questions, please just ask them as we go. And I'm here for you guys, okay? Okay, so let's just review for those that are already part of USANA, or if, like I said, if it's the first time you're hearing this, just a little bit about the USANA Health Sciences story. So the company is founded on science by Dr. Myron Wentz. He has a double PhD in microbiology and immunology, and he really has a passion for the human cell. His first business was actually creating diagnostic test kits for infections. Just, you know, an interesting time when we're doing test kits for all kinds of viral infections, but that's where Dr. Wentz's work started. His first business was called Gall Laboratories that created test kits. So it was really about diagnosing illness. And he went through a time in his life in his, say his early 50s, where he had lost both his parents to degenerative diseases, his mother from cancer, his father to heart disease. And he decided to shift in his work and in his research to really look at cellular nutrition. And so the work he had done, keeping his cells alive in the lab in his work for the test kits, is really what built the foundation of USANA Health Sciences. So everything USANA does is founded on science and built on science. The products are pharmaceutical grade and they are made in an FDA approved facility. So the FDA does not approve supplements. The FDA approves drugs. And what it means to have an FDA approved facility is that the quality standard that USANA follows is to the level that is for pharmaceutical drug manufacturing. In fact, USANA does such a great job of this that they actually, not only have they been audited by the FDA several times, but other pharmaceutical companies have come to USANA as an example to see how to make sure that they're following the standards. So the nice thing for us is that, you know, we know that USANA guarantees what's on the label is in the bottle every single time, guaranteed. Full stop. Products are quarantined when they get into the facility, so that, and they're tested to make sure that you know what's actually going into the products. Company's been in business for over 25 years. They were founded in 1992, and the formulas are balanced, meaning you're not going to get too much of something and not enough of something else. There's a tremendous amount of science that goes into every single ingredient that is in the product. And they're clinically proven. A large number of the USANA products have actually had clinical trials that have been published in journals. So there's a whole section on the USANA.com website. We also have a beautiful site called Ask the Scientist with an S, askthescientists.com, where you can actually find out all about the USANA research. Some of it was done in-house. Some of it has been done in partnership with other universities and research organizations, and some of it is with third-party organizations. I'm going to talk about the innovative technology called INCELLIGence, and that I just want to mention that there are over 4,000 professional and Olympic athletes that trust their health to USANA. Our heart goes out to all the Olympic athletes right now, as we are, you know, we've just found out that the Tokyo 2020 Games will be delayed for a year. So we're just sending so much love to all those athletes who, you know, may not be able to have their Olympic dream come true because of this very necessary delay of the Olympic Games. Okay, So I'm going to talk mostly about the USANA Cellsentials in this presentation because these are the core flagship products of USANA. So this product was called the Essentials back in '92 when Dr. Wentz launched the company. And what's really interesting and what I love about this is, Dr. Wentz chose the network marketing model, and it was actually not his first choice. That wasn't, he never really thought of distributing the products in this way. But one of the reasons he did is because he realized that we needed to tell the story about the products. If they put them on a shelf with someone else, not only would it cost a considerable amount more, but there was a story to tell about why these products have 40 different vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals. And also what I love is that back in the day, the first check that you would get that you would earn, that when you earned commissions with USANA, the first check they would cut you was for $40 US. And at that time, the products, these Cellsentials, were $40 US. So the goal was, let's get as many people as possible to have their Cellsentials paid for so they can take 2 a day, every day, for life, and have a way to have them paid for. So I really love that about the Cellsentials is that, and like I said, they were called the Essentials. And I think that's an important thing to understand is they have evolved over time. It wasn't like Dr. Wentz found this magic formula and that was it. They've evolved over time based on research. So I know of at least so I've been partnered with USANA for 14 years, and I know of at least 2 different really large upgrades they've done to these products since I've been using them. And we're going to talk about this product upgrade because I think it's so important to understand why the USANA Cellsentials are different than a lot of things that you could buy in a store. It's also important to know that, because USANA chooses a direct-to-consumer network marketing model, the products go directly from the manufacturer to your front door. Now, if you're in the United States where the product is made in Salt Lake City, the product goes right from Salt Lake City to your front door. If you live in Canada, for example, our products come over on a truck once a week. They go to our Woodbridge, that's in Ontario, distribution center, and where they are distributed with the shipping line in the Woodbridge office is the same quality standards as there are in Salt Lake City. So the quality does not diminish because your products are being distributed from Canada. And then again, they go directly from the warehouse to your home. So the least amount of people are touching the product as well. We have 2 distribution centers in Canada. We're actually the only country who has 2. We have one in our Richmond office in British Columbia and in our Woodbridge office in Ontario. Right now, there's some different rules in place about picking up at our will call offices. So please check ahead of time if you are traveling to a will call office for USANA. Okay, so to get back to the products and why they're so different, one is that the products actually have 3 provisional patents. So it's very hard. Well, you can't patent a nutritional supplement. You can't patent vitamin D or vitamin K or riboflavin. Like, you cannot patent that, but you can patent the way that the product works in the body. It's really quite incredible what USANA has done. And what that means is that the USANA Cellsentials and this technology, which is used in many other products that USANA has, is not available from any other company. So this is part of what makes USANA really special with this upgrade, these Cellsentials and this technology, is that it nourishes, it protects, and it renews our cells all in one product. So a lot of products definitely will nourish our cells. Some might nourish and protect, but there really isn't another product on the market that does the nourish, the protect, and the renewal of our cells. So this beautiful flagship product, there are 2 bottles. One is a core mineral and one is a Vita antioxidant. There is a reason why they are in separate bottles. The minerals are in a chelated form, which means your body is better able to absorb the minerals. We can't just eat minerals. If not, we could eat rocks and would be all set, but we can't eat rocks. Our body can't, absorb those minerals. So this way the minerals are in the form that are the best absorbed, and that putting them separate from the antioxidants actually makes it possible for the minerals to be better absorbed. the little green dot that you see on top of the blue circle and the green circle, so that sort of forest green dot is the indication of this INCELLIGence technology that I'm going to share with you. So any USANA product that has this little green dot on it is using this same technology. Okay, so let's I actually already talked about the minerals and the antioxidants separately. So I want to talk a little bit about the protection part of this product. Okay, so the antioxidants product, the protection part. So what this is this is where it gets a little bit tricky, so I'm going to take my time. Okay, so we get antioxidants from our food, right? We know fruits and vegetables have phytochemicals in them, right? Where our berries are full of nutrition and antioxidants for us. We must get vitamin C from outside of our body. We don't manufacture it in our body. So all of these things that we're getting from our food or from a supplement are called exogenous. They come from outside of the body, an antioxidant. And for example, one vitamin C molecule, I'm just making this super simple, okay? So one vitamin C molecule would actually get rid of one free radical in our body. To clarify, in case people aren't sure what a free radical is a byproduct of, it's actually a waste product that's produced in our body just even from breathing, okay? Just every time we breathe, we create this free radical. It's an oxygen molecule that's missing an electron, so it's unstable. And when we have an antioxidant, it donates its electron and actually stabilizes that free radical, helps neutralize it. Free radicals being a waste product, they do, of course, they cause damage in our cells, and that technically is really what causes us to age, is free radical damage over time. So we, of course, want to minimize that as much as possible, knowing that it's happening all the time in our bodies, every single day, at every single moment of every single day that we're breathing and alive. So the really cool thing is your body actually makes antioxidants inside your body. So we make these antioxidants inside of our body. These are called endogenous antioxidants. And these ones are anywhere from 100 to 1,000 times more powerful than the ones we can take in from our food and our supplements. So I want you to remember that, this endogenous antioxidant, how powerful this is, because this is partly what the USANA technology does. And the last thing that this USANA technology does that's really amazing is this process called mitophagy. I just want to, okay. So we talked about nourishing, which is the antioxidants. We talked about protecting, which is our body actually telling our body to create more antioxidants, right, from inside our body. And the last part is the renewal. And this is the whole product. This is the whole part of the product that I think is really, really important to understand. So I'm going to try and explain it slowly and clearly. And please, like I said, pop your questions up in chat. I don't know if I'm missing. Okay, I'm sure if you guys type in chat, it'll pop up for me. So now we're talking about the renewal part of this, the Cellsentials and the INCELLIGence technology, okay? And what this does is every single cell in our body has a mitochondria, anywhere from a couple hundred to 1,000 or more, which is what we find in our heart muscle, for example. The heart is the muscle, most important muscle in our body, keeps the blood pumping, and it has the most number of mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And what in each cell there are mitochondria. So there's more than one mitochondria in every single cell in our body, and depending on the type of cell and where it is in our body, it's going to have more mitochondria. So mitochondria, just like everything in the cell, they get old, they wear out, and they are renewed. This process is called mitophagy, and that is when the cell says, like it innately knows that the mitochondria aren't working very well anymore, and it says, okay, time to recycle. And when it recycles, it creates 2 new mitochondria in your cell. They're working really well. They're making less waste product. You're getting more energy. As we age and other lifestyle factors come into play, this process, this mitophagy process, slows down. What this USANA technology does, what is so incredibly amazing, is it actually tells the cells, so it signals the cell to say, hey, these mitochondria, they need to be renewed. We need to get them, we need to recycle and renew them, and we need to make new ones. So it tells the cell, it gives a signal to the cell to renew the mitochondria, recycle it, and make 2 new ones from one. So now you have 2 more little powerhouses in your cell that are making a lot less waste product. So not only are we reducing the amount of free radicals that are in our cellular environment, right? We talked about that with this right here, right? These nasty little things with the face, but we're also going to have more energy. So this is really critical because every single cell in our body has mitochondria. And all of these mitochondria, of course, are at different stages in their, and their usage, right? And the more quickly we can accelerate this mitophagy process, the more we can get our body to recycle and renew the mitochondria, the more energy we will have and the less free radical and waste products. So I'm hoping that was clear to understand why it's so incredibly powerful. So how does USANA do this? Well, this is the patented part. This is the part that USANA is exclusive to USANA, is this INCELLIGence complex. So USANA has created this INCELLIGence complex, and there's this particular one that I'm going to talk about is unique to the Cellsentials. So the INCELLIGence complex is a technology, and this technology is used in different ways in different products. So the INCELLIGence complex that's in these Cellsentials is different than the INCELLIGence complex that's in our joint formula. That's different than the INCELLIGence complex that's in our immune support product, okay? So you see it, as I mentioned, it's going to be in your antioxidant product, and it's a proprietary blend of 8 ingredients, and it supports all these activities that I've been talking about. So these are the things that are in this complex. You don't need to remember them. It's not important. You might have seen some of them before or read about them in the literature. There's really interesting literature around quercetin. Definitely want you to check that out. Alpha lipoic acid. What I love is alpha lipoic acid has a water-loving, I believe it's a water-loving head and a oil-loving tail. Like it can interact with the cell in 2 different ways. So alpha lipoic acid is really, really powerful. USANA's patented olive oil, which is the olive fruit extract, which is again a patented product only available from USANA. So this complex is part of the antioxidant, delivery system that we have from USANA. Okay, so I'm going to review everything I've shared one more time. So we talk about nourish, protect, and renew. So we're nourishing our cells with a broad spectrum of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. So we're nourishing ourselves. Then we are giving enhanced antioxidant protection. So nourish, now we're protecting. That is where I showed, remember that picture of the one little antioxidant getting 1 free radical and then one getting 100 free radicals? Okay, so that is, right, USANA's technology tells your cells, hey, make more of these endogenous antioxidants, the ones that are already inside our body. Make more of those for us. So really cool, telling your body, giving a signal to your body to make more of these antioxidants to help quench more free radicals. And the last one, which is so incredibly powerful, and it really is the key to what makes USANA Cellsentials such a different product than what else is on the market today, is this renewal. So this process where, again, we're signaling, we're sending a message to the cells because of this complex that USANA made with 8 different things, this INCELLIGence technology. And it says, hey, mitochondria, you're not working so well. Let's recycle. And then create 2 new mitochondria for everyone that we recycle. And hey, we're going to make less waste products too. So not only are we saying make more antioxidants from the body inside to get rid of waste products and free radicals, we're actually making fewer of them as well. So that means that now we have even more antioxidant power because we have fewer waste products being created just within the body from our regular everyday energy cycle. So this is why it's so important to take our Cellsentials twice a day, because this process is happening all the time in all your cells in your body. Parts of your cell are being renewed at all times in your body. So this is happening, in just a few hours. And that's why taking your Cellsentials twice a day is really, really important. I remember hearing, a podcast or I guess it wasn't a podcast. We used to have these audio CDs that we would get from USANA with our monthly order. And Dr. Tim Wood did one about, the essentials back in the day. And it was about how if you really knew and understood what was in these products, you would never miss a dose again. And I think, the question is sometimes, well, I can't remember to take my second dose in the day. It's too hard. It might be too expensive, and that might be a real general concern for you. But I really invite you to think about this, really how important it is to invest in our cellular nutrition and our cellular health. And I want to, offer this. How difficult really is it to take 2 of each bottle twice a day? Like, how long does that actually take within our day? You know what's super hard? Making food, right? So that's it. Like, we are nourishing our internal environment. Yes. I love it. Kelly sent a really cool message. So Cellsentials are like the Greta Thunberg of vitamins, nourishing our internal environment, protecting it and renewing it. You got it. I love it. Yeah, exactly. We have to care about our internal environment just as much as we care about our external environment. And I think, I think we're all getting a little bit of a taste of how much time it takes to prepare and cook and eat real food. Like, that's happening right now. But taking vitamins actually doesn't take that long. You take it with food, yes, optimally taken with food. Why? Because the ingredients that are in vitamins come from food, right? You could get those from food if our soils weren't so depleted, unfortunately. Back to the Greta Thunberg of like our planet being obviously under a tremendous amount of stress. So when we are under stress, our body creates more waste products. When we are under stress, our cells get more damaged more easily. So when we are on high times of stress, there is never a more important time to take the USANA Cellsentials to really nourish, protect, and renew our cells. It is so critically important. So I hope that part made sense to you guys about why these products are really different and why it's so important to take them twice a day. Unless there's any specific questions about Cellsentials, I'm going to move on to just really briefly talking about our immune support products. Okay. The challenge is I actually have no idea how long I've been talking for because I don't have, my clock isn't showing up. So I just check my phone. Okay. Oh, not too bad. Not as much time as I thought I was going to take on that. Okay. So now I just want to mention a little bit about supporting our immune system using the USANA products. So every year I do, Facebook lives and videos and all that from basically October until March about taking care of our immune system, because I believe that the flu isn't really a season. Like, I believe that we really need to be taking care of our immune system throughout the year. And I talk a little bit about that, is like, there's so much we can do to take care of our body from the inside out, as Kelly was saying, right? We're taking care of our internal environment. And then of course that helps us, to keep our immune system at the ready. It's like our soldiers are at the ready for when we are exposed to the different things that are in our environment that, affect our immune system and that are connected to our immune system and our defense systems. So this is the line of products. The first one is Poly-C, which is only available in Canada. I apologize if you're watching this and you don't live in Canada. I'm thankful for all the Canadians who fought to keep this product. I actually don't know what happened, but it ended up that USANA kept this product for the Canadian market because Canadian leadership fought for us to have this product, which is so great. We have another amazing product you can get in all of our other markets. It's called Proflavanol C. There's a 100 version and a 200 version. The 200 version, although it's more expensive, it's a better value for your dollar because you get twice as much grapeseed extract with that product, but it's not twice as much of the cost. So it's a really great product. I love having it on hand. I'm like, do I have it right beside me? I don't. Anyways. So the Poly-C, this is Poly-C. If depending on when you're watching this, you may have ordered it and it's on back order. It's obviously a very, very popular product right now. Vitamin C I talked about. It's an external antioxidant. We must get it from our food or from supplements. It's also very, very powerful, but it doesn't last very long, so we need to take it on a regular basis. So if you're taking Poly-C to support a healthy immune system, it's something you can take throughout the day, every 4 hours, because vitamin C is just used up by our body so quickly. The one thing you have to be careful with vitamin C is bowel tolerance. So you can take too much vitamin C and have loose bowels. So if you are noticing that because you've been taking too much vitamin C, then just ease off on the dose that you're taking. So that's Poly-C. And then Pro-Glucamune, so that's the second one. And sorry, I can't really get, anyway, the picture's on my screen too, but this one has that forest green dot. So there is an INCELLIGence complex that's specifically made for Pro-Glucamune. And I want to read it to you, but it's too small for me to read. Anyways, there is a proprietary INCELLIGence complex that is, in this product. It is for everyday immune support. It helps to maintain immune function, and it has baker's yeast with, and then a beta-glucan equivalent from reishi and shiitake mushroom powders, and of course zinc. So this product, actually, I love. USANA's always learning and growing. This product was introduced almost 3 years ago now. No, it was over 3 years ago now. And it was the market in Australia, I believe, that was really pushing USANA to get, traditional Chinese medicine has used mushroom powders for many, many years. And the market down there said, we really want something that uses mushroom powders from USANA with this ancient this ancient wisdom and knowledge, but with the technology and the pharmaceutical grade promise of USANA. And so that's kind of where it came from. I wish I knew what the name meant. I feel like that's a story we don't have. Is what does Pro-Glucamune mean? But anyway, immune, I guess, for the immune system. So pro, it's keeping your beta-glucans and your immune system healthy. Okay. We know that up to 90% of our immune system lives in our gut. So besides eating whole real food, we're getting such a great opportunity to cook right now. And but it might also be harder right now to get fresh food depending on how often you're going out. Is USANA's probiotics. So this is a powder. It's stable at room temperature. It's gluten-free, sugar-free, and dairy-free. And I really like that because that for a lot of people is an issue with probiotic, but I also love that it's stable at room temperature. So that's fantastic. And then vitamin D, I recommend vitamin D basically for anybody who lives at a more northern latitude year-round. The further you are from the equator, the less sun you're actually going to get. So the sun, in the summer, the sun goes like this, gets really high and then sets. I know this because I take pictures of the sunrise and the sunset. In the winter, the sun kind of just skims the horizon and never gets high enough or strong enough to actually, if you were outside without sunscreen, you wouldn't produce any vitamin D. So there's a couple months in the northern hemisphere where your body might actually be able to produce vitamin D, but the rest of the time, no. Vitamin D is a hormone, so it's super critical for so many things. For mood support and immune support, vitamin D is there. What's cool about the products that support the immune system and the Cellsentials is we can always find a combination that works for you and for your budget. There are lots of, pardon me, we can find what works for you and your budget. I recommend the Cellsentials for all adults, absolutely. And then adding some of the immune support products is a great idea. If the Cellsentials is not in your budget at this time, then I would consider the vitamin D and the Poly-C. They're two of our least expensive products, but the value for your dollar is incredible. And again, you're getting, sure, you can find vitamin C and vitamin D at any health food store or natural food store, but are they pharmaceutical grade? Are you actually getting what you pay for? And are you getting the USANA technology? So that's what you have to ask yourself. And also products that ship to your front door. So the next part